Welcome back, everyone. We all have our favorite four-letter words that we don't use. We make sure our kids aren't using them. But Colleen, you have kind of an unusual one, and it's should. Why is should a four-letter word?
So I think obviously the word should has to be used in sentences daily, but in mental health, the word comes up a great deal. People will often use this word should. Well, I shouldn't feel this way, right? I mean, I'm supposed to be really happy.
I should be better. I should be stronger.
Yeah, and my opinion is should is the word for I refuse to accept what is. I don't think we're allowing ourselves to be with what's present, and often just the concept of saying the word should is chastising or criticizing yourself for where you actually are, which only further deepens the struggle you have about the thing that you were doing that you feel like you should be doing differently.
Right.
And so I'm not a fan of the word. I feel like when we're saying that, we have to be really mindful of whether or not we're saying to ourselves or to another, I refuse to accept what is. I don't acknowledge what you're actually having happen. I'm saying it needs to be different, and it's a criticism. And I think oftentimes we don't realize what's behind that word. It's hard because we want to say to our children, you should have done better on that, or you should try a little harder, and maybe it'd be nice to come at it from a question angle, like, so what do you think, of your progress on that? How are you feeling about that? And, get a sense of it before we go to those shoulds. And I know they feel very directional, like, well, I tell this person this because I want to send them in the right direction. Right. And I think we can find creative ways, questioning and curious ways, to find out how to get to those places you're hoping to guide children towards, or even yourself, right? Is instead of like, hey, it's spring, I should be happy, but I'm really tired and kind of down, right? And all of a sudden it just feels like, oh gosh, I feel sick inside because I should be happy. And can we be gentle with ourselves? Like, interesting. I'm not really feeling energetic, which seems a little juxtaposed to the season. I wonder what that's about. I wonder how that works, right? That's what's led me to investigate a lot of things about spring and weather and seasons on our mood and our anxiety. It's just, we learn a lot about ourselves when we get curious and ask ourselves these questions instead of cursing at ourselves with the word should.
It's almost like creating a partnership, whether it's like you to your child, where you're trying to fix this behavior that they should be doing. You can't impose that. And it's the same thing almost like with your inner self, creating a partnership with yourself, instead of just, I don't know, putting up those walls of, try to make blinders work, and that just ends up making you frustrated.
Right. It's being more at peace with yourself, almost, kind of coming in and asking that part that's not feeling great, what's going on? Right? Like, and listen for an answer. See if your system wants to say, like, I'm overwhelmed, we've been working too hard, or this is too much sunlight, like I was just like totally hibernating and now I'm out and I'm supposed to be doing all these things and it just feels like too much. And and listen to your system. You might feel like one day you want to open the windows, the curtains, and see all that beautiful sun, and another day you might be like, oh my god, it's just too much. I don't want to see all that right now. I just got done hibernating, I need to wake up slowly. So
creating habits and behavior patterns that sort of create that intentional questioning and curiosity about yourself sounds like it could be pretty pivotal for people.
Yeah, absolutely. Curiosity and compassion.
I like that. Let us know what you're curious about down in the comments. We'd love to hear.